Well, I have decided to retire from racing and run for governor in 2010. Kidding. I was sitting here and I was thinking to myself, everybody's covered everything we need to say. What the hell am I going to say? So I thought the only other thing I could think of is I think the map ought to be reversed. I think the states that are actually smoke-free ought to be yellow and not green. Would be one thing I would change. It's an honor to be here. As Senator Nelson said, we just got back from Australia where we had the first race in 1,274 days, but who's counting? The reception down under was amazing. Less so as a cyclist, more so as a cancer advocate. This is something that, as Jane said, is very, very personal for me. Having been diagnosed now 12 years ago and having lived this life as a cancer survivor for the last 12 years, I think I know it personally and deeply, and I think I have a pretty good understanding of how we go about defeating cancer. We had so much support from the people of Texas 18 months ago when we asked the people to invest in this fight, not spend the money on this fight, but to invest on this fight with the passage of Prop 15. Really, you can't pass Prop 15 in the state of Texas and not make your state smoke-free. It makes no sense. I think if you look at this thing on so many levels, Texas was first with something like Proposition 15 and that type of initiative. We won't be first when it comes to being smoke-free as a state. 25th is not where we normally end up in the race of 50 states. But just to give you a couple of examples, obviously you see the states, but just let me give you a couple of cities that are smoke-free. New York City, Los Angeles, Paris, France is smoke-free. Ireland, an entire country smoke-free. Germany. This is not a Texas idea or a Texas initiative. It's truly a global initiative, and it's going to happen. It's one of, I think, obviously, of public health and us making the decision to do the right thing and invest in public health. But more importantly, I think it's an issue of fairness. As so many others have said, nobody's saying to anybody in this state, listen, you cannot smoke a cigarette. All that we're saying, really all that we're asking, is that we're just responsible and we're fair about that. So if you choose to smoke a cigarette, if you choose to have that habit, which as somebody that doesn't have that habit, I understand it's a hard one to kick. I simply, as a parent and as a citizen, I don't think it's fair to subject other people to secondhand smoke. First of all, the science is overwhelmingly in support of the fact that secondhand smoke does kill. Senator Nelson could not have been clearer about that. But I think that the big news today is that we've asked the people of Texas, what do you think about this? Do you approve? Do you want this state to be smoke-free? The numbers are here. The numbers will show that 68% of all Texans, 68% want Texas to be smoke-free. So it is not, absolutely. And as Senator Ellis said, it's not a conservative or a liberal issue. This is a health issue. And it's an issue, yes, it is an issue of rights, and it is an issue of fairness. And that's why I'm glad to cut a ride short. I'm glad to be here with the leaders of this state. And I'm glad to just do one more thing to make our state healthier. Somebody asked me, well, what does this feel like to you? And there's a lot of analogies that we can pull up when it comes to this debate. If I was going to drive, when I was driving down here today, let's say we were a little late, and I just decided to go through a speed zone, a school zone at 50 miles an hour because I wanted to. I said, well, I'm in my car, I'm by myself, I can go as fast as I want to. Nobody can tell me how to drive my car. You would think I was crazy. You'd say, first of all, the police would stop you and I'd probably be in jail because you have endangered the lives of kids, women, children, everybody that was in your way. That's an issue of fairness, and it's an issue of public health. And so that's why you have to view this the very same way. And so I'm encouraged by the latest poll numbers. I'm excited that our state is taking on a bold initiative. This is not something that will go quietly. There will be plenty of questions, there will be plenty of controversy, but at the end of the day, it is the right thing to do. Smoke-free Texas. So, thank you for having us all. Thank you for showing your support, and we look forward to the legislature taking on this bold task, and ultimately, the #1 state in the union being 25th when it comes to passing this measure. Thank you.